Good morning. It's almost 10 o'clock on Friday morning. I was watching some Undisputed. I actually like that show. I like Shannon and Skip Bayless. Just want to show you guys something. Look outside. See that? What is that? That's snow. Yep, that's snow, folks. But guess what? I live in Minnesota. I've come to expect snow. So the question is, why is everybody talking about snow today? Why is everybody talking about, oh my God, oh my God? I'm going to tell you something else going to happen. Soon as it gets enough snow to hit the ground, everybody's going to have accidents in their cars because they forget how to drive a car around, I don't know, June. And by the time October, November gets here, Minnesotans forget how to drive in the snow. And I'm from Memphis, and I have never had an accident in the snow. So I said all that to say this. Almost every post in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere, they're talking about politics. And why? Because that's how you're programmed. You're programmed to talk about what they want you to talk about. You know what I'm talking about? Everything that you're concerned about is a concern they gave you to be concerned about. And I'm concerned about that. I don't even need to ask you if any president, I don't care how old you are or how young you are, I don't need to ask you if any president has ever done anything for or against you, because I know that's true. No president has ever done anything for or against you personally. They haven't. But I'm going to go even deeper. Why is it? Well, I know why, so that's rhetorical. Human beings on this planet, and especially in this country, have been programmed since birth to follow authority figures, no matter right or wrong. Human beings on this planet, especially in this country, have been programmed to do as they're told. Human beings on this planet, especially in this country, have been programmed to deny what they see and what they feel and go with the meme, go with the propaganda, go with what you've been told. I've seen many people today beating up the individual who calls himself Ice Cube because he met with Democrooks and Rethugla crooks about a $500 billion plan for black people. And none of us have even stopped to think, why do you go to them talking about what you want them to do for you? If you want them to come up with $500 billion for a plan of action, Cube, there's enough of your contemporaries that can put that money together. See, you're looking at it all wrong, people. And the fact that you're looking at it wrong is a testament to why nothing ever gets done. You look at it from a skewed perspective. If you walk around the world with blinders on, you can't see what's over here or over here. You can't see it. It's a blind spot. A few years ago, I noticed I had a blind spot out of my left peripheral vision, caused by what they call ocular hypertension. They didn't call it full-on glaucoma, but I take the same eye drops that glaucoma patients take to try to lower the pressure in my eyes. But before I was taking those drops, my optic nerve in my left eye was slowly degenerating. So I have a blind spot. I'm waving my hand right now, but I can't see my hand until it gets right there. I can't see it. It's a blind spot. So no matter what somebody's saying to me over here, I might hear them, but I can't see them. That's the same blind spot most of you have about your government. And if you even knew what the word government means, you would stay away from it. But think about how we've been programmed. We've allowed our mothers and our fathers to teach us to follow the leader, always defer to an authoritative figure, and do as you are told. Paint within the lines, all of that stuff. Now, there are certain things that make good sense. If you've got vehicles on a road and all of them have the capacity to drive at least 80 miles an hour, it makes sense to have some kind of rules of the road. But those aren't laws, people. Those are statutes and ordinances designed to help maintain the safety of the population. Since everybody's driving on these roads, if you don't have any laws or any rules, you just got people killing each other. But don't mistake that for why you should listen to a party tell you what they believe is true, while another party tells you what they believe is true, and then they give you all this nonsense in your ears so you can buy into what they're saying or they're saying. That was pretty easy to figure out up until this particular time period. Because now there's another piece that's even more incendiary than any piece I've ever seen in my life, and I've been around a couple of days. You've got a group of people who believe that not only is the current person who's sitting in that building in Washington, D.C., they not only think he's the best person to have ever sat in that chair, they believe he is the Messiah. I'm telling you what I know. They believe his job is to save the world. I'm telling you what's true, folks. It's some crazy motherfuckers on this planet right now that will believe anything they're told. And part of what helps them believe that is their inability to get past their fear of people that don't look, act, or worship like they do. That's all this is, folks. Fear. The boogeyman is coming to get you. We need to get the great white hope to save us. Because I'm afraid of the black man. I'm afraid. That's why I carry guns in Walmart. Because I'm afraid. And the fear is so big that now packs of Europeans are fighting packs of Europeans based on Black Lives Matter. And all it takes is about second grade education to know there's no such thing as a black human. I don't care how you paint it or color it. There's no such thing as a black or a white or a red or a yellow human. Only in this country do human beings act so like minors. What do you expect? What do you expect? And I've got people that I've talked to before who I know at one point in their lives, they kind of had a grasp on what this matrix was really about. And even they are buying into this bullshit. The deep-seated fear is real. So-called blacks, Negroes, African Americans, and coloreds, their fear is so real that they do everything they can to try to find the perfect Negro to represent all other Negroes, because they're afraid that the white slave master will disapprove. I'm just keeping it 100. Everything I'm saying is based on my observation. I have no judgment. I don't have a horse in this race. This world has gone to shit, and I'm just sitting on the edge of the bowl watching that shit circle the drain. This shit is done, folks. It's done. You are looking at, when you're talking about your president, you're looking at the last one. If I'm wrong, that's a good thing. But I believe we are looking at the last one. And you can call me crazy. You can say I got a huge ego. You can do all of that. I don't give a shit. You can consider me whatever you want to consider. But that's your consideration. It means nothing to me. I'm just one voice and literally crying in the wilderness. But unlike the Bible verse, I'm not the voice of him that crieth in the wilderness, proclaiming, make way for a Messiah or a Savior. Because guess what? If I want to see a Savior, all I need to do is look in the mirror. I suggest you do the same. Because nobody and no thing and no entity is coming here to save your ass. If you don't believe me, think about this person, this thing, or whatever you think it is that's going to save you, and imagine if they showed up today and what they see. You think they keep on moving towards saving your ass? People have left the planet trying to get away from this shit. There are people who you think are dead who have literally disappeared to get away from this bullshit. And there are some people who literally took their own lives to get away from this bullshit. This is a sinking ship, folks. And since nobody seems to be willing to right it or fix it or change it, they look into external authority to do that for them, When nobody, hear me when I tell you this. I know I sound like Morpheus on the second Matrix. Hear me, oh idiots. Nobody in, around, or representing the fictional 10-mile square piece of fiction inside of the United States of America known as Washington, D.C. Nobody there gives a flying fuck about your broke ass. And I don't care who you are. I don't care if your ego tells you, I'm not broke. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I don't give a shit who's listening to this. Nobody in Washington, D.C., or around or representing Washington, D.C., gives a flying fuck about your broke ass. And to them, I don't care what your skin tone is, you're a nigger or a cracker to them. It's just a matter of which side of the idiot's wall you want to stand on. The nigger side or the cracker side. And why do they feel that way? Because you show them that all the time with the idiotic nonsense that you occupy your time with. Town hall meeting. How you gonna have a town hall meeting with 10 people sitting in there and all of them for you? How you gonna moderate a debate and you let motherfuckers just say whatever the fuck they want to say? Can't you see it's bullshit? $200,000 people dead since January. You know how many people die in this country every day? You shut down the whole country over that? Can't you see? SARS, swine flu, avian flu, bird flu, HIV, corona. They throw it out in front of you and you panic. You freak out. Now, does that mean you shouldn't wear a mask? No, it doesn't mean that at all. It means you do whatever you believe to be right for you. But why would you infringe that on somebody else? I'm not wearing a mask because it's my duty. Well, stay your ass at home, Walmart shopper. You can shop online, you know. Just fucking idiots. How you gonna have an airplane full of people and can't open up the church? Open your fucking church. It's a private entity. Oh, that's right. It's a 501(c), so you have to do what the government says, don't you? A bunch of fucking idiots. This shit is over, guys. I got a 3-year-old. Hopefully he'll survive it. But this shit is over. It's done. We've essentially fucked it all up. People of my generation and our parents and everybody over the age of 25 have fucked this world up. So live with what you got or fix it. But don't look to anybody in government to do it because they don't do that. That's not their job. Their job is to take 40% of your money and live on it while you do all the damn work. Why the fuck are human beings required to work just to live comfortably on a planet? Look at yourself in the mirror. What do you see? If you believe that Joe Biden or Donald Trump is the answer to any of your problems, you are a fucking idiot. And you deserve everything that's coming to you. If you believe that Donald Trump is the savior of all mankind, Donald Trump is the savior of all mankind, you are a fucking idiot. If you waste your time talking about Hunter Biden getting paid because his daddy was rich and powerful, you're a fucking idiot. What do you expect these people to do with their children? Their children are fucking numbskulls. What do you expect? Have you seen Trump's kids? Have you heard the drivel that rolls out of their demonic mouths? The same motherfucker that said that the coronavirus was a hoax, the same motherfucker that said it's going to suddenly go away, the same motherfucker who said he did everything he was supposed to do to stop this hoax that he said was a hoax, the same motherfucker now claims he not only got it but survived it and got through it in 3 days. His wife got it, ain't nobody heard shit about her, and now they double team up and claim their son has it too. Have you had enough yet? I had somebody tell me, you just obviously don't like Trump. I met that sluggish motherfucker. No, I don't like him. But it ain't because he's a president or because he's this or that. I don't like him as a person. From what I saw, that was all I needed to see. But I didn't like Obama either. I don't like Biden. I don't like no politicians. Politricksters. They don't do anything for you. Do you realize that nothing positive has ever happened on this planet that started with political thought? Nothing. And everything positive brought to this planet from people who try to do the right thing gets met with opposition, gets met with investigation. Look at what the FBI did to Malcolm, Martin, Noble Drew Ali. But they let the Nation of Islam live. Why? When the Nation of Islam came from Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Drew Ali taught us you are not black, Negro, African American, or colored. Why did that not stick? Because legally, the term black means death. Legally, the term black makes you a colorable entity, not even real. You too, white people. How many Chinese or Asian people of any nationality do you hear walk around talking about yellow power? Have you ever heard anybody say red power? Fucking idiots. The toilet has been flushed. And I'm just standing here watching that shit roll down the fucking tube. Because that's all that can be done now. There has been millions of human dispensations on this planet. And every time it destroys itself and no remnant of it is ever left behind. This is it, folks. Call me a fatalist. But there's nobody, no chariot coming out of the sky to save you. It's not happening. Because that chariot, the Savior, and all things about that were created by man to control you. And it worked. The external authority worked. Congratulations, you rotten bastards. And the sad part about it all is the external authority is like cancer. They're a fucking idiot because cancer gets on your body and keeps fucking with you until you die, which subsequently kills the cancer. The cancer doesn't jump out of you and jump into somebody else. This planet is run by cancer. And since we're not willing to do what it takes to be a healthy entity, we're just going to let the cancer take us all out. I really hope I'm wrong for the sake of my child. I've lived a lot of life. I've done a lot of cool shit. At least I thought it was cool. But for the sake of my 3-year-old, I hope I'm wrong. But I don't see any evidence of that. So I'm just going to keep on watching a turd known as humanity on this planet circle the drain. And in the meantime, I'm going to keep watching football. And I'm going to keep trying to make money in the Matrix. Oh, by the way, money doesn't exist. Neither does the Matrix. Peace.